Hi, Switch Pro here. I'm here to talk about the Nintendo Switch Lite. It just got announced today, and it seems that everybody is really excited for the new features. Well, not really new, but for the portability that it offers. I myself am not really too excited, just because many of the features that the Nintendo Switch, the original Nintendo Switch, has are just removed. And in my opinion, that's not really such a great deal, considering that it's priced at $200. I'm not exactly sure if it's a limited time edition thing, but from the looks of it, it seems that it's gonna be. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not really too excited about the Nintendo Switch Lite, or I wouldn't recommend it to anybody overall, like over the Nintendo Switch, just because there's many of the features that the Nintendo Switch, the original Nintendo Switch, has compared to the Lite version of it. First, you cannot remove the Joy Cons. Um, they're merged into the console. So if you really want to play with a friend, you would need a separate controller for that. Secondly, many of the motion rumbles and the camera and mic that comes with the Joy Cons are removed as well. So you just get regular controllers that aren't exactly special. They're merged into the console. You cannot remove them. So once these controllers that are merged into the console stop working, you're kind of stuck with it. I mean, unless you can somehow find a way to fix the controllers. Let's say your left analog stick stops working. Um, Unless you can find a way to open the whole entire console and just fix the controller, it's it's not going to be such a great deal because you're going to be stuck with those controllers. It's not going to be really helping anybody. If you can't like switch out the controllers, you're going to be stuck with them, and you're going to have to buy a new console overall. Unless those Joy-Con controllers are more durable somehow, I don't really see it as a good deal. Once the merged controllers stop working, then what are you gonna do? Pull out another controller, but set them on the um you can't set them on the Nintendo Switch Lite because they already have merged controllers. So you're kind of stuck with this. So if those controllers stop working, you're not going to be able to use the Nintendo Switch Lite so properly anymore. So that's another like downside that I see with the Nintendo Switch Lite. I'm not really too excited, as you can see. Um, I'm typically not a person that tries to see the negative in things, but I just don't see the value over the Nintendo Switch Lite. Like, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody overall. Like, even if you are getting the Nintendo Switch Lite for the portability, I would not recommend it because, like, once the Joy Cons break, that's the one thing that I'm worried about. Once the Joy Cons break, what are you gonna do then? They're merged. Unless like you're really good at fixing things, you cannot do anything about them, and you would need to spend another 200 on another Nintendo Switch Lite compared to just a regular Nintendo Switch, or you can just get the Joy Cons separately if your first pair break. That's why like I prefer the Nintendo Switch. Well, that's why I would recommend it as well over the Nintendo Switch Lite. But that's not the only thing as well. Why I am not really too excited or happy about it. Um, this console, the Nintendo Switch Lite, isn't really made to be like docked or played with friends. It's more specifically aimed towards people who are more ready to play without any says, "Oh, I don't have any friends. I I don't need to worry about this because it's the Nintendo Switch Lite. I don't have any friends, so it's only made for one person. It's perfect for me. Let's say you have a family member over. Let's say you have finally made a friend or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or something, right? You finally got into a relationship, and now you want to spend the time using the Nintendo Switch, but you're stuck with the Nintendo Switch Lite, and you can't dock it, and you can't really, detach the Joy-Cons so you guys can play together. That's the downside I see. I just don't really see the Lite being a good thing. I felt like we never needed a Nintendo Switch Lite. We never needed another Nintendo Switch console. Well, at least a smaller one, I felt like if we were to get a new Nintendo Switch console, it would have been upgraded, not downgraded to this. I'm not really too excited about it, in my opinion. I mean, this is just me, right? If you're really just big on like portability, and you know you're not going to be sharing this with anybody, you know you're not going to be spending time with nobody, and you just know that you're able to take care, like really well, of your stuff, then I think this is perfect for you. But even then, there's some games that are going to be limited, like you're going to be limited out of. And what I mean by that is you're going to be excluded out of that. And it's not going to be fun when you can see a game on the Nintendo Switch available for it, but you won't be able to see it on the Nintendo Switch Lite. It's really not. I don't really see any pros here other than portability, because you're going to be excluded out of some games that don't support handheld mode. You're going to be what? You're going to be excluded from the ability to play with other people on the go. Let's say you just meet a friend, you meet someone, you can have fun with. You meet up with your brother, you meet up with your sister, you meet up with a family member is what I'm trying to say. And you say, oh, I have this fun game on Nintendo Switch we can do while we're bored, while we're waiting here at the airport, while we're just waiting here in line, we can play this together, And with the Nintendo Switch Lite, you can't really do that. And let's say you accidentally drop your Nintendo Switch Lite and like I said before, the merged controllers break, you're done for. You really can't do anything about that, which sucks, And I just really don't see the positive in this. Like I said before, the only positive I see is just the portability, but even then, the portability alone is not enough to justify the cons that comes with it. So let me remind you about the cons again. Merge controllers, so once they break, they're gone. Well, they're gone. They're done for, unless you can somehow fix it. Many of the features that the Joy-Cons had are going to be gone. Just letting you know. You can't dock it at all, so if you just want to sit down, put it on a TV, and play on the big screen, can't do that. Let's see. And some games are going to be exclusive, depending if they're going to be available in handheld mode or not. And to top it off, you really can't do anything with the controllers they give you if you want to share with a friend or something. That's why I kind of don't recommend getting the Nintendo Switch Lite. Even if you're like really huge in portability, the Nintendo Switch is good on that. The Nintendo Switch was made for portability. We don't really need more portability that just limits the features that I can see myself ever buying such a thing. Is when the price point drops to 150. I would never buy it up to 200 just because of the many features that are lost in the Nintendo Switch Lite. Just there's so many features lost, and I just would not recommend it overall, even if it's portability. Like, it's a no for me, dog. Would never recommend it. But anyways, if you guys are really excited for it, then please go ahead, buy it. I'm not trying to tell you how you live your life, but I just wouldn't recommend it. I don't really see any positive besides the portability. Anyways, this is Switch Bro signing out.